Llamado tuyo, the call over your life is to pastor you. Is to protect, proteger tu familia. Provide for your family. Proveer por tu familia. Fight for, pelear para tu familia. That is the call that God has over your life. Ese es el llamado que Dios tiene para tu vida. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about shepherds in the Bible. La cosa de los pastores en la Biblia, they weren't what many people thought. No era lo que mucha gente pensaba. See, the thing about shepherds is that shepherds didn't get invited to parties. Los pastores no los invitaban a las fiestas. Do you know why? Because who did they hang out with all day? ¿Con quién se juntaban todos los días? Sheep. And sheep are very good at getting dirty. Se sucian rápido. They smell. No huelen bien. And you're busy fighting all of the things that try to get this. La mayoría del día era protegiendo y peleando en contra de las cosas que venían en contra de las ovejas. So as a dad, como un padre, you're called to pastor your family. Pastorear tu familia. And here's the truth. Shepherds who stink. Pastores que apestan. And what I mean by that, lo que eso significa is that you are so entrenched in what does my family need? ¿Qué necesita mi familia? Do you know who is last in that priority list? ¿Sabes quién es último en esa lista de prioridades? You. Tú. We have this idea that, I'm the dad, I'm the man, I get up when I want, yo me despierto cuando me dé la gana, right? Wife bring me the food, trae me la comida, kids take off my shoes, and we have this thought of you're the king of the casa, es el rey de la casa. And it's cute and it's cool, but understand that bíblicamente hablando, you are last at home. Tú eres último. Do you know whose dreams matter less in your house? Yours. ¿Sabes? Los sueños de quién son los últimos, I say least important?
Menos.
Los menos importantes son los tuyos. Why? ¿Por qué? Because your job is, how do I take care? What is coming against? ¿Qué viene en contra de mi familia? What is coming against my wife? What is coming against my kids? And my job, mi trabajo, is how do I protect? And sometimes, do you know what's coming against your wife and your kids? It's you and what you want. Y muchas veces lo que viene en contra de tu familia y de tus hijos son los deseos tuyos. But I want to do, pero yo quiero hacer esto. But I think we should, yo creo que nos debemos de mirarnos así. And God's like, it's not about you. No tiene que ver con, it has to do with them. Tiene que ver con ellos. You ever seen the paintings of Jesus when he's bringing the sheep back? Esas portadas de Jesús cuando él trae la oveja que se perdió, and he's got like over his shoulders, right? And his hair is all nice, and because he's white, because Jesus is white apparently. He wasn't white, but we love the paintings where he's white. Jesus no era blanco, he was not American. But he looks clean, se mira limpio, the clothes look, la ropa se mira, but that's not the true picture. The true picture is mud everywhere, es lodo por todos lugares. It's blood, es sangre. From fighting to protect the sheep. Por vivir una vida peleando a proteger sus ovejas. Dads, padres, your call on Father's Day is to remember, es recordarte, have you been fighting for your family? ¿Has estado peleando por tu familia? Or have you been just fighting for your goals and your dreams and what you think it should look like? Has pasado tiempo nomás peleando por lo que tú quieres. Because I'm the head, porque yo soy la cabeza. The Bible says that we're called to love our wives. Hemos llamados para amar nuestras esposas, your family, tu familia. Como Jesús amó a la iglesia, the same way that Jesus loved the church. Well, it sounds great, but do you remember how he did that? ¿Te recuerdas cómo Jesús hizo eso? How did Jesus love the church? ¿Cómo Jesús amó a la iglesia? How did he demonstrate that he loved the church? ¿Cómo lo mostró que él amó a la iglesia? Anybody? What did he do? He died. Dio su vida. So do you want the picture of what it's supposed to look like? It's you literally laying down, tú literalmente bajando, presentando tu vida, your life, your dreams, tus sueños. All of that is being laid down for what they need, para lo que necesitan ellos. As a dad, como un padre, you're called to pastor your family. Estás llamado a pastorear tu familia. It's not a choice. No es decisión. You don't get to say today yes, tomorrow no, or I need a weekend off. ¿Sabes que necesito un fin de semana de no pasar? No. That doesn't exist. Eso no existe. Pastor your family. Pastorea tu familia. In the good days and bad days. En los días buenos y en los días malos. Sometimes you're going to have to smell. Vas a apestar un poco. Because you are so knee deep in protecting and fighting and cleaning and covering and protegiendo y peleando y cubriendo tu familia that you forget that I ain't showered like in a month. Because I've been too busy putting all of my efforts in them. Last thing, última cosa es esto. You're also called to lead your family. Es llamado a guiar tu familia. Now, when you lead them, cuando los guías, you're called to use one thing to do. Estás llamado a usar una cosa para hacer eso. And that is the gospel. Leading with the gospel. Guiando con el evangelio. Now remember, the gospel is the good news of what Jesus came to do for you. El evangelio son las buenas nuevas de lo que Cristo hizo para ti. The gospel is that Jesus took your place. El evangelio es que Jesús tomó el lugar tuyo. The gospel is that Jesus forgave your past, present, and future. El evangelio es que Jesús ha perdonado tu pasado, tu presente y tu futuro. The gospel is you didn't get what you deserve, instead you got what you didn't deserve. El evangelio es que tú no recibiste lo que merecías, recibiste lo que no merecías. That's the gospel. Eso es el evangelio. So dads, padres, husbands, fathers, esposos, ¿cómo traducimos eso a nuestras familias? It is forgiving. Perdonando. Pasado, presente, futuro. Past, present, future. It's giving your family and kids not what they deserve, but what they don't deserve. Lo que no merecen. It is taking the place, tomando el lugar de tu familia. It is this life of putting your family on your shoulders. Poniendo tu familia sobre tus brazos and carrying every single day. Cargando cada día. As a dad, como un padre, the biblical truth of this, la verdad bíblica, is there are no days off. No hay días para tomar. There are no days off. So how do I do that? ¿Cómo lo hago? If I'm not called to take a day off, si no soy llamado para tomar, una siesta para poder, descansar. Like if I'm not, then how do I do? ¿Cómo lo hago? Dependency on God every single day. Dependiendo de Dios todos los días. Understanding the simple truth, la realidad bien simple, is that without Him, every single day, sin Dios, cada día. Notice, not on Sunday, no solamente los domingos, not on special occasions, no on días especiales que celeste, no. Every single day, depending on God. Dependiendo de Dios todos, no los domingos, todos los días. Talking to God. Hablando de Dios todos los días, because here's the truth. if you don't do that, si no haces eso, there will come a time, vendrá un día, in which you get lost in things that you never wanted to do, but when the dependency on God is not there, cuando la dependencia de Dios no está ahí, and you're going off of your own abilities, estás caminando sobre tus habilidades propias, it's not going to lead you to a good place. It's going to lead you to decisions and choices that you will look back and say, how did I do that? ¿Cómo hice eso? How did I say that? ¿Cómo dije eso? Well, look back far enough, your dependency was on yourself. Tu dependencia era en ti mismo. Your dependency was on your friends, tus amigos. It was not on God. So dads, fathers, this is not easy. No es fácil. You don't get a choice. Side note, no te da Dios una opción, and you don't get days off. Y no tienes días que puedes descansar. That's what you signed up for. That's lo que tú te pusiste. The only way to do it, the only way to put number one up there for me, Isaiah, the only way to pastor your family, la única manera de poder pastorear tu familia is to get in deep. Hacer el trabajo. To the point number two, where you'll find yourself thinking, but I hope you get what that means, because all of your effort, todos tus esfuerzos están en ellos. And then you can begin to number three. Luego puedes comenzar número tres. Guiar, lead your family in goodness, in forgiveness, in mercy, in grace. Puedes comenzar a guiar tu familia en misericordia, en perdón, en gracia, en amor. All of that is only possible if you're dependent on God. Spoiler alert one more time, una vez más. If you try to do this apart, in fact, you don't need to do it. I'm sure you can all think of times in your life in which you could care less about God, donde tú no te importaba Dios, and things happened in your marriage with your kids that your thought was, how the hell did this happen? ¿Cómo dejé pasar eso? I give you the answer. You were not dependent on God. No estuviste dependiente de Dios. It's the only way it's possible, dads, fathers, husbands, esposos, is every single day reminding yourself, I need God. Because without Him, the things I will do, the things I would say, the places I will go, I don't want to come there. No quiero ir ahí. I need Him. Yo necesito a Él. That's the call that God has over that. Es el llamado.